Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we'll take a look at another replay against SoulsKeeper this time actually. As you can see, I have 3 1v1s prepared here against SoulsKeeper. And then we have one more against Suvek, and then we will of course continue with some 2v2 replays. So still of course many replays in front of us, but today we'll take a look on this 1v1 against SoulsKeeper, of course, again on Dark Side Forest. So let's take a look on that. It's 75% game speed, so hopefully it'll be pretty decent, not too many mistakes. We have Beast on my side, and we will see what SoulsKeeper played in this matchup. And as you can see, he was also Beast, so this will be a Beast mirror. We are also next to each other, so it will be really quick to actually find the enemy, or I mean quick to actually attack. So we'll see what strategies we decide on. As you can see, we are both going for really quick resources, not building anything immediately, which is not really recommended as Beast, because you just need to build both arena and stables at the same time basically, because you also need to produce a Boron after that. So don't really need to rush anything. You can go for quick arena if you don't want to make any warriors and just go for dark archer basically, or maybe even goblin hut, but usually if you want to go for dark archer, but you will still need a Boron after that, so at least once or twice you should always let your minions bring some extra gold. As you can see, I have a small gap here for minions. I don't know what I was doing there, but I quickly fixed it. And as you can see, I'm building the arena and stables at the same time. And the build time of stable together with the production time of Boron is basically the same time as build time of arena. Yeah, so you can really build it like this, and I just blocked the entrance path with both of them. We are probably both random, so I don't know what race my enemy is, so I just decided to block it immediately, and he's doing of course the same thing. As you can see, I will have the Boron a little bit sooner, also I have the arena a little bit sooner because of a little bit better build order, but he's also scouting here with minions, so he will a little bit sooner know about the position of me probably, even though he scouted on the other side of the map first, so we cannot be sure about that. Maybe he thought that I am here, so he tried to go to the side and then maybe build a totem or something, but of course I'm not in this location, so that won't really help him. He's only losing some resources from this by not mining with this minion, so it's not really good for him, but he still tried. Of course, I already have a first warrior that is scouting. His first warrior is just defending for now. We both have 2 Borons. I'm already making a third one. As you can see, pretty similar population. I have one more minion, but only by a few seconds. As you can see, it already evened up. He for some reason brought this warrior to the back and just hold position here with the Boron. This was total nonsense. He just lost HP on his Boron. But he quickly repositioned his units. Now he's gonna protect with warriors. Of course, I don't have any trolls at this stage of the game, so can't really do anything here. He's still scouting with the minions, still didn't find me, but since he already checked these 2 positions, he of course knows that I am in this position. I'm already going for dark archer, even though he actually went for it even sooner than I did. So this is really interesting. He has 3 minions on gems, but actually only 1 on wood, while I also have 3 on gems, but also 3 on wood, so right now I have definitely more minions than he does, unless he has more on gold, but you don't need more than 10 there, and I have 10 here, so I should have a little bit faster income of wood at least. So now he finally came to my town. However, I will just block him with my Boron, so he cannot get in, and maybe I will even kill him with my warriors. Actually, he escaped on 1 HP, which is really lucky from him. But, okay, he will just run away. Yeah, because... Actually, 1 was really unlucky, but yeah. He escaped, so we can still use him to get some more resources, even though he already lost a ton of time not mining with him. Now he doesn't really have population, so he needs to wait for some new Borons. Now he made 1, he has 3, I already have 4. And I'm already building a bestiary. Also, I have a second arena. Sorry for those Discord notifications. Yeah, so bestiary. He will have it little bit sooner. He's also making second stable, but he doesn't have the second arena, so I definitely can produce at least witches or even warriors a little bit quicker. Now he has 4 minions on wood, trying to catch up a little bit, because He was not really getting anything, I mean, not too much wood before. So now he needs to catch up. We don't see Weapon Master on either of the sides. He even brought 5th minion to wood, because he still is really short on that. Now he's probably waiting for wood to build another building. Seems like he will even bring 6th minion to wood for a while. I have enough resources, so I should definitely start making something really quickly. But as you can see, I'm bringing this minion down here, and I will probably go for a secret expansion, because this is something you can't do always. It's more about knowledge of the players. I know that SoulsKeeper doesn't have too good scouting, especially with Beast, so I know that he doesn't have map control right now, and if I make expansion on any of these positions, he will most likely not find it for maybe next 10 minutes or something. So I easily went for that. Now we can see he's going for Henge and Arena. I invested into the expansion, so I'm not really building anything for a while, but I'm at least spending my gems on witches, which cost only 50 gold, so it's not too expensive on the resources that I need for the expansion, and I can at least utilize my gems. And I'm also making another warrior just to be safe. As you can see, he's standing in the town, same as I'm doing, but it makes sense for me, because it's good for me to actually stay defensive, because I will get an economic advantage with this expansion. He is just losing momentum by standing here. He should at least be scouting the map, or even adding some pressure, some harassment. If he just stands here with no expansion, he will of course lose on resources unless he does a really good timing push, but he doesn't have setup for that. So this is definitely not beneficial for him. As you can see, I'm also going for Henge, so we are both doing the same strategy basically on Ogres. Of course, Ogres are pretty good against the Beast in Beast Mirror, because Beast is the only race in the game that doesn't have pike damage, so you can really utilize that. And then of course the only real counter to Ogres are either flying units, but those are not too strong for Beast, let's say, or you need to make Trolls, but even Trolls will have a really hard time killing the Ogres. So Ogre is pretty strong unit, especially if you can heal them with sacrifice of Borons or something. So definitely nice strategy, so we both decided to go for that. I don't see any upgrades or researches in the Henge yet for maybe armor or damage of Ogres, but of course we don't have too many of them yet. He's making the second Beast Cherry, producing second Ogre. I'm just staying with one Beast Cherry for now, until I actually develop some extra income from this expansion. Right now I have only 2 minions here, so it still didn't even pay off. Pay itself, I mean. Yeah, so I'm just scouting really quickly with one warrior here. Of course I will check if he doesn't have expansion here. He could also have expansion down here as I did, but I'm not expecting that too much. Maybe I will check it later, we'll see. I don't know why I retreat it now. Yeah, but I'm going back. Yeah, so he has 2 ogres right now. I have only 1. But right now I'm also making a second Beast Cherry, even though I actually deleted that. Yeah, I decided to go for Harpies, because I was expecting him to either make Trolls or also Ogres, and all of those big units from Beast Cherry are really expensive, and it's always worth it to confuse them. So I decided to counter him also this way. Also you can see I have one more Boron, probably, or actually not, he has maybe more Borons, but I have extra population from the expansion, because you of course get 12 extra population from Stronghold, or 10. So still no upgrades in Henge, still no Weapon Master on either side. I have 2 arenas, which should be enough. I have already enough witches to sacrifice the Borons. Probably don't even need more warriors unless I have really extra gold that I can just spend on minions for now. So I should be able to produce the Harpies just in these 2 arenas with no problem. But you have to keep in mind that all witches, ogres and Harpies cost ton of gems. So together, if you want to make all of these kinds of units, it's gonna be really expensive. Right now I'm making at least 1 Harpy to scout, which will be really important. But as you can see, he's trying to push me with 3 ogres. Fortunately I had a scout here, so I was able to scout him before he came here. I'm gonna also finish my third ogre before he comes here, so we will have the same amount of ogres. He's not even producing another one. And I'm pretty sure I have many more warriors, probably even more witches, and basically the same amount of barons. So this should be a really easy fight for me. Even though I have Harpy, of course I didn't research or finish researching Confusion yet, so I don't have the mana. So Harpies won't really help me in this fight, but this will be really easy. As I said, I have much stronger army, and I still have basically double the income, so this should be no problem. Of course, it's a little bit harder to also micromanage the barons with your army. For example, right now I'm not even micromanaging this ogre. You want to make sure your ogres are in the front line all the time, because they can tank the most amount of damage and also deal the most amount of damage. And it doesn't really matter if you are healing warriors or ogres by sacrificing the barons. So this was a mistake by not utilizing the third ogre, but as you can see, his ogre micromanagement is also pretty poor, so it didn't really matter. The main thing is that I have so many witches that I just have infinite mana to actually sacrifice the barons. And he actually probably ran out of mana. No, maybe he just lost all of his barons. So also actually this was open, so if he took like 3 warriors he could have rushed on my minions and actually destroyed the economy. But to be honest, it still wouldn't help him too much because I still have the expansion. Yeah, I just sacrificed all of my barons, so I have basically no population, but he has even less. He has literally 0 barons right now, and I'm still producing. Even though I have only 1 stable, he has 2, but I will probably make, yeah, I'm actually making 2 more right now, and I have ton of resources while still having double the population of units. And he has basically 0 fighting units, he has only 5 witches, so at this point it's of course GG. As you can see, there is still 25% more time of the game, because I will of course play it safely, but he even reacted with a set emoji right now. Of course, knowing that this is probably not gonna work. He even sacrificed the baron to heal the witches, which was definitely not too wise when he doesn't even have population to create anything. He didn't need HP on witches there. Yeah, and I mean, we were probably playing for a while before this game, playing multiple matches where I was trying to do different variations of this ogre strategy, also against different races, I think. And I was telling him probably that it was pretty bad strategy, because of course if you do it against Fallen or something with ton of high stingers, the ogres will just melt. But in this matchup it can actually work pretty decently. So now I just told him that I was telling him that it was trash, and he still went for it. And yeah, basically as you can see, the way I made this work in this matchup was creating the expansion, because ogres are super expensive, and from one base you just cannot fund them. Yeah, you will just run out of resources, and you will not have strong enough army to actually make it worth going for them. It's just better to spam more warriors at that point, or add trolls or something that are cheaper and basically stronger. So yeah, overall, without an expansion I wouldn't go for it. Also in any other matchup I wouldn't go for it. It's really a niche strategy that can be pretty strong in a specific matchup and in specific situation. It would work pretty well against any other beast strategy. If he went for goblin riders with trolls, it would work also really well. It doesn't really matter that he went for the same strategy as I did, just without the expansion. That didn't really make the difference. But just overall against beast, if you can get an expansion, then going for any type of this strategy, even without the ogres, just warriors and barons, it will always be really strong, because you will have the healing that is really powerful. The only problem with this strategy is that you are just constantly sacrificing your barons. And even though beast can always lose barons, even if he has goblin riders, because they can just die, this is of course much faster way to lose all of your barons, and then you won't have population to recreate your army quickly. So you definitely need to have ton of stables at your home to reproduce your barons really quickly, get some new population, and then just get new strength or new army really quickly. Right now we can see I already have a few harpies. Of course I already have the confusion upgrade researched. I just checked the expansion. He didn't even bother to create one, and he didn't see this during the whole game, so maybe he didn't even know that I have expansion up to this point. Right now I think I have 4 harpies or something, so I can confuse basically all of his ogres except one. If I have mana everywhere, which I have, you need 35. And here I didn't even bother to do some micromanagement create trolls to siege him or something. I just ran in, brought some barons in the front line to heal my ogres, then confused all of his ogres that are just killing each other right now. And maybe I didn't even lose a single unit in this last fight thanks to the confusion. Maybe I will lose this warrior, probably not. Yeah, so of course this last fight was just to end it, and nothing too serious. The only things I lost here were the barons that I sacrificed for some extra healing. But yeah, definitely nice demonstration of another strategy that I showed you in the basic build order videos, but it's not used that often, so it was definitely nice to see how it can work if you execute it correctly in the right situation. We can check the results. Here you can see that I of course produced like 50% more units. Of course 3 times more kills, half units dead, and yeah, also a little bit larger army, kind of experience. I don't think I had any resurrection altars or revive altars, but the ogres probably were not dying too much. Maybe I didn't even lose a single ogre in the game, and they probably definitely got some levels, which makes them even stronger, of course. Then we have 2 researches, probably just in the henge, because, or I mean I made confusion upgrade, and the second one was probably something in henge, because I didn't have weapon master and I don't think I researched anything else. And he also had one probably in henge. And then we have the researches, which you can see it was not that big of a difference, but 3000 gold and 1000 gems will definitely make a big difference. That is like 9 ogres or something, so definitely really important. As you can see, in the end he had much more wood, but in the early game he definitely was for a while harvesting with just 1 minion, so he needed to bring more minions there later. We just costed him extra gold to create more minions, and as you can see he still spent less than I did, so he had a ton of wood that he didn't use. But yeah, definitely nice demonstration of this. Almost 20 minutes, which is a little bit longer for 1v1, but I was playing really defensively thanks to the expansion. Just played safe, nothing too crazy, and then I just deleted him when I was pretty sure I have strong enough army to do that safely. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and take care guys.